There are certain UFC fighters who have been put on dominant performances where they haven't received the attention that they deserve. So here is 10 UFC fighters that need to be promoted. Number 10. Infer Goethe is a top flyweight contender who's quietly been rising through the rankings with his incredible performances. 12 of his 14 wins have come by finishes and is very well rounded in all areas. The undefeated flyweight has won 3 fights in the UFC and is starting to look like a legit threat in the weight class. He is currently ranked number 14, but if he continues to win his fights, he will definitely enter the title picture soon. Number 9. Dominic Raynor is starting to make himself known in the light heavyweight division with his dominant performances. 8 of his 9 wins have come by very impressive finishes, where he has shown that he's dangerous wherever the fight goes. He has finished all of his 3 opponents in the UFC very impressively, and is starting to make noise in the weight class. He's currently ranked number 11, where a few more wins will turn him into a serious contender in the weight class. Number 8. Antonio Carlos Jr. has been submitting his opponents very impressively, which has helped him move up the rankings. He has used his world-class Brazilian jiu-jitsu skill to submit high-level fighters with ease. 8 of his 10 wins have come by submissions, which shows how dangerous he is on the ground. He is currently ranked number 11, where a few more wins will help him crack the top 5 of the weight class. Number 7. Cody Stamann is slowly rising up the bantamweight rankings with his dominant performances in the UFC. He possesses excellent wrestling skills and has used his well-rounded game to push his opponents around in the octagon. He holds a very impressive 17-1 record and is currently 3-0 in the UFC. He is currently ranked number 9, where a few more wins will prove that he is a legit contender in the weight class. Number 6. Tavares has settled well in the middleweight division, where he's turning himself into a serious contender in the weight class. He has developed his overall skills, where right now he has shown in his fights that he's comfortable in every situation. He's currently on a 4-fight winning streak and looks better and better in each fight. He is currently ranked number 8, where a few more wins will help him get some big fights. Number 5. Marion Reneau has risen towards the top with some dominant performances in the UFC. She has grown leaps and bounds since making a UFC debut, but right now she seems to be on a whole different level. She has utilized all the skills she has to completely dominate her opponents. This was seen when she submitted former title challenger Sarah McMahon by a triangle choke at UFC on Fox 28. She is currently ranked number 7 in the weight class, where another win may enter her in the title picture. Number 4. Vick has been putting together dominant performances in the lightweight division, where he has compiled a UFC record of 9 wins and 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall and is a giant compared to the other lightweights. He has used his length and size to completely pick his opponents apart, where he has just looked phenomenal in his fights. He is currently ranked number 11, where a few more wins will help him move towards the elite of the division. Number 3. Darren Elkins has shown so much evolution to his overall game, where he just seems to be on a different level right now. Since moving to Team Alpha Male, his grappling skills have improved so much, where he's just comfortable in whatever situation he is in. He has put together a 6-fight winning streak and is just pushing through the rankings. He is currently ranked number 10, where a few more wins will solidify him as a true contender. Number 2. Gregory Gillespie has overwhelmed his opponents with his grueling wrestling skills, where he doesn't give his opponents any space to breathe. Once he gets a hold of his opponents, he relentlessly pursues for the submission, making his opponent look helpless. The undefeated lightweight has put together 5 straight wins, and definitely deserves a ranked opponent next. His fighting style is a nightmare for any fighter, and needs a bigger test for his next fight. Number 1. Rafael Assunção has been a top bantamweight fighter for a very long time, but hasn't received the push that he deserves. He has defeated some of the best fighters, including TJ Dillashaw, and deserves to be recognized as a threat. He has compiled a UFC record of 10 wins and 2 losses, where he has just dominated his competition. He is currently ranked number 3, where another win or 2 will solidify him as the next challenger for the title.